and welcome to another edition of Life with PB. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. If you've been finding this useful, I want you to subscribe to our channel as well as share this channel with somebody else or this recording with somebody else because it will bless them. Today, I would like to talk to you about letting go of your present and making room for your future, or making room for better. Making room for better. That's what I'll call this. Many of us are usually very, very happy with where we are. When things have happened for us, particularly when they're positive, we're excited. We're really, really, really happy. But we also need to understand that we should never let that place that you're at the moment be your bus stop. Make sure you also still have plans and intention to move forward. I'll tell you a little story. When I first came to United Kingdom, a little over almost 30 years ago now, I remember getting a job that like a dream job for me. It was within a Christian organization. It was in my career path, and there was so much available for me there. I loved the place. I loved the career. I loved the people. I loved every single thing about what I did. I had a strong sense of ministry when I came back home. I also earned money from it. I enjoyed the people. I enjoyed the work. I enjoyed everything. And I was like, at my bus stop. I thought that was my bus stop. That was me. Now I'm really, really happy where I'm at. And then the time came. I needed to progress to the next level. And things started happening to ruffle my feather and to make sure that I wasn't comfortable in that same place. I mean, bizarre things that should never happen at all. I'll tell you more about them in the near future. And I knew it was time to progress and move forward. I was really holding on to the present. I did not want to push to the future. And I kept on staying there. And something happened one day, and I had to take the leap of faith and actually leave that present to move into the next phase of life, which had to do with our own private business as well as ministry. And I remember I was petrified. I didn't want to. How about all the people I know here? I don't want to miss all the people I know. I don't want to miss all the things I know, the things I enjoy doing. How about the lives I'm touching? I don't want to move to the next level. And I don't know whether you're exactly like me, but I can tell you something that happened. After moving to the next level, my life got better. I influenced more people. There was a lot more to do, and there was a lot more of reward. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can very clearly say to you that if you embrace your future and let go of the present success or the present position you are in, you will actually see that there is much more available for you, making room for better. Unless you let go of the present, you can never make room for better. But there are a few strategies or steps I want to teach you on how to make room for better. And the first one I'm going to start with is this: enjoy the moment. Enjoy where you're at. Understand that it's a good place as well. Understand the benefits. Understand the progress you've made so far. Enjoy and appreciate the moment. Look around. Many of us don't look around. You're just always going for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. When you get to this next place or where you're at now, ask yourself, what are the benefits of this place? Then the people you meet in this place, the work you do in this place, the mission you have in this place, all the things that have happened to you in this place that are like things of value. Make sure that you keep account of them. Write it down, enjoy it, praise the Lord for them, think about them, share them with other people as well. But after embracing the moment, the next thing I want you to do is embrace the idea of a better future, another place. So you can enjoy the moment, but embrace the idea that there's a better place to be. The only way to embrace your future or make room for better is to embrace the fact that there is better. As long as you keep saying, it's perfect here and I'm not living here, you will never embrace the fact that there is more or there is better, and God has a lot more for you. Embrace the idea. Even where you're at now is fantastic. Enjoy the moment, but embrace the idea of better, because better is there. More people to influence, more lives to touch, more to do. So there is almost always better. Even in that your perfect career, is there another level? Is there a bigger place? Not so much bigger car, bigger homes, bigger this and that. As good as those things are, more like bigger way of influencing more people and touching more lives. Embrace the idea of better. Enjoy the moment. embrace better. Next is envision this better future. Envision. You know what I've come to realize in life? What you don't envision never ever happens for you. You can't see it, you never experience it. So envision better. There is more. Envision more. Now, unless you let go of the present, you will never envision more. Can you imagine? You've always wanted to be a manager all your life. The moment you become a manager, guess what sets in? Complacency sets in. And I'm going to talk to you about how to deal with complacency in future. With moment complacency sets in, you don't see why you should push for more. Meanwhile, there is a position of senior manager. You can get there, you can help more, you can be more, you can experience more. So envision is who is there that you know. And how are they living their life that is a blessing to other people? Could you do the same? Who is exactly in your future that you know? That's the way to envision. Just in case you say, I don't know how to have a vision. Who is there that you know? Then think like, wow, I would like to be like XYZ and use it to be a blessing to many, many, many people. So recount, enjoy the moment. Also, embrace the idea of better. Third, envision a better future. Number 4, begin to plan and make steps towards going into the future. It doesn't matter how much you envision. Until you plan and you make steps, nothing happens. Even with the best of intention, even with God being on your side, even with God being interested in you moving forward, it is not enough to envision. It is not enough to embrace. It is much more important for you to begin to plan and take steps towards that future that you already have in mind. What do you see in your future? When you let go of the present and you want to go for the future, what do you see and how do you plan to get there? You've got to make the plan. You've got to begin to take the steps. Otherwise, nothing happens. Nothing happens, no change happens. So something needs to happen, and it only happens when we plan and we begin to take the steps one by one as you go there. As you take your steps, what should you do along the way? Measure your progress. The only way to know you've made room for better and bigger is by measuring your progress. Are you really progressing? Many people think they are, but you have stayed stagnant. And I'll deal with the issue of stagnancy and how to deal with them in the near future. But you need to measure your progress. Are you really progressing? As a believer, are you progressing? As a wife, are you progressing? As a husband, are you progressing? As a parent, are you progressing? In your workplace, are you still or are you still progressing? Unless you stop and measure progress, you will never know whether you're progressing or not. You can believe you're moving into your future and you're not even moving at all. You can. I mean, there are times when I go running. This is really weird. I usually use this particular app that helps me measure my movement, and sometimes it gets disconnected and I think I'm moving at what I consider to be 70% of my heart rate, and then I look at the device, it's disconnected somehow and it's on 30%, but I know from my breathing that I am like really giving it all I have, yet the system is not reading it because I wasn't measuring my progress. So you know what I started to do? I hold my phone to make sure that nothing has disconnected along the way. You could be progressing and not even measuring it, and you don't know that there's been a disconnect to your future. So make sure you measure your progress, and not just that, identify obstacles on the way and how will you deal with them. Like I just said about my measuring device, it was an obstacle, and how did I choose to deal with it? I brought it out, I looked at it, I reconnect my app, and I make sure I hold it so I can see what's going on there. There might be obstacles in the way of your progressing and moving into your next level. There will probably be. They're meant to be there. But make sure you identify those obstacles and you begin to deal with them one by one. An obstacle you don't deal with is an obstacle that will stop you from moving into your next level. An obstacle you don't deal with is an obstacle that will stop you from moving into your next level. If next levels were available on the platter of gold, none of us would call it next level, you know, because everybody will just speak it left, right, and center without giving proper meaning to it. But next level has more value. Next level has more value because you have to overcome some obstacles in order to get there. So make sure nothing holds you back from getting to the place that God has prepared for you. There is room for better. There is room for better, and you have to make that room. You have to move forward into it. Last but not the least is being accountable. One thing I've realized about life is this: if you are not accountable, it's so difficult to keep your momentum going sometimes, because you would think, well, I'm trying, but you're not really even going anywhere fast. So stay accountable. Choose somebody that you value, a mentor. Speak with them, and then Tell them, this is my next level and I want to make room for my next level. I want to make room for better. So please, could you hold me accountable because I need to do this, that, and the other. I've identified the challenges along the way. I have identified that I'm making progress. Ask me questions and let me know whether I'm just deluding myself or whether it is true. If I run you through those 7 steps again for you to let go of the present and make room for better, because you need it. You need it to be more significant in your world. You need it from where you are at. You need it for where you need to get to. 7 things you need to be mindful of, or 7 things that will help you when it comes to letting go of the present and making room for better. Number 1, enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Wherever you are, enjoy it. Diarize, journalize all the great things that have happened here, all the great people that you have met, all the things you've been able to do so you can remember. The second thing is embrace the idea of better. Don't choose to shut your mind. Some of us are so set in our ways. It's okay, this is all I want to do. It's fine, sir. All I wanted to be. No, there is more. Not because of you and your personal gain, but because of all the people that will benefit from you being in your next level. So embrace the idea of a better future, a better place. The next one after embrace is envision it. Envision it. Who is there? And how can I make sure I walk in their shoes in order to be able to get there? After envisioning, make plans. Make plans. That's number 4. Make sure that you make plans. Enjoy the moment, embrace future, envision the future, plan for it, and begin to get going. Get going. Plan for it and get going, because if you don't go, nothing changes. Then while you are there, identify obstacles, because there will be obstacles, and begin to work on how to surmount them. There will be obstacles. It's part of life. It's part of learning, and it's a beautiful thing. It helps us develop our muscles as well. So keep going at that. And then the 6th thing there is measure your progress. Are you moving forward, really? And if you're moving forward, measure it, and then you can celebrate it. You really can celebrate it. It doesn't have to be when you get to the future that you celebrate. Start celebrating every step of the way. And last but not the least, get yourself a mentor that you can be accountable to, because it will help you know that you are moving to your better place. Ladies and gentlemen, your better place is ahead of you. God has much more in stock for you. Would you identify with it? Would you embrace it? Would you envision it? Would you go for it with your plans? Would you make sure that you identify the obstacles and work on them? Would you make sure that you measure your progress? And would you make sure that you hold yourself accountable? Do all of these things, and before you know it, you're celebrating your next level. Your future is definitely bright, and it is better than the moment. So embrace a better future and make plans to get into it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you found that useful. I absolutely enjoyed sharing that with you. You can tell I did. All right. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, one more time, share it with friends, subscribe to our channel, and make sure that you do what you learned. Thank you very much. Bye.